Good morning, Hateville friends and neighbors. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Thank you for joining me here on the Hapeville channel. I'm getting ready to drop another piece of art into the Monster Art box, and I parked here at the post office. So I thought I'd show you a couple things on my way over to the art box. First of all, you all know where the post office is. It's right behind me here. This was built in 1940. And it was built with money from the Workers' Progress Administration, Roosevelt's New Deal plan to keep people into work, to give people jobs during the Depression. But one thing you may not have noticed is the Cornerstone, and I wanted to show it to you. It's right down here in the corner. Ooh, there's spider webs. I don't know how close I want to get. Oop, oop, oop. But anyway, have you ever noticed, right down here in the corner is the Cornerstone. Right behind, it's on the, it's on the corner. You'll find it. The door is over this way to get in, but a lot of people don't notice that, and for a while it was overgrown, but it's been cleared out for a while. So cornerstones are fun. I really like cornerstones. There's one on the recreation building. There used to be one on the high school, but they tore the original building down a long time ago. Anyway, the other thing I want to show you, and it's going to be a little bright right here, as we cross the street, where I am is at the Depot Plaza. Crossing the street, we're going to talk about this bridge right here. Now, the reason this bridge is here is because there was a time way back, like before, in the 30s and 40s and before that, but I think around the 40s. This is South Fulton here. That's North Fulton right there. There's Haberdashery, which was our original bank, built in 1901. Here in Hapeville, and there is Drip right there. Anyway, until the early 40s, this road, this was another crossing and it connected to that road. Now we have a little walkway and a bridge. Hi David, thanks for being here. Hey Chris Vitucci, my old friend from Universal Studios days. Anyway, this bridge, this pedestrian bridge, was built because this intersection was extremely dangerous. In the research that I've done, I found plenty of stories about people walking across this, driving across it, and getting hit by the train. Now, I just thought I would share, we all know about this bridge, and recently some artists were commissioned to put a little bit of color on it here. I'm actually going to walk up and over it while I talk to you, which I never do. So what I wanted to, because it's difficult and I'm middle-aged, this bridge, a lot of people in town wonder when this bridge was built. Construction started in the late 1979, and it was completed, and this bridge was open in the summer of 1980. And it was opened just in time for the grand opening of our brand new museum. This is our train station here in Hapeville. And on September 21st, 1980, renovations were finished, and that was turned into our, at the time, called the Hapeville Transportation Museum. Of course, because we've got trains, the Ford Motor Company used to be right down the street, and the Atlanta Airport. Planes, trains, and automobiles, they were all commemorated in our museum there that opened on September 21st, 1980. So, at the same time, some people say that city officials were like, we need a bridge because so much traffic is going to be going to this museum that we want it to be safe. But my research actually shows that the train company, which was Southern Railways at the time, they're the ones who decided to build this bridge, and it was wholly unattached, or it had nothing to do with the fact that we were opening up our museum. I could be wrong on that, but that is at least what a couple documents I found said. I'm at the top of the bridge now, and so this bridge was completed in the summer of 1980, and a representative from Southern Railways named Ed Martin at the time, he explained, because a lot of Hapeville citizens were in an uproar saying, hey, we didn't know that was going to happen, nobody asked us, there was no public hearing. Well, the reason there was no public hearing was because Southern Railway owns this land. They own it from the side of the tracks all the way to the other side of the tracks. So this is private property, and they didn't have to ask the city permission to do this. Now, they may have communicated, I'm sure they communicated with the city in some way. It's not like the city woke up one day and was like, what the hell, why is there a bridge there? There was communication, but it was up to Southern Railways. And so, because of this intersection right here, this is a better vantage point, being so dangerous. Remember I told you the street, South Fulton, used to go right across to North Fulton, but it got blocked off, I would say, in the early 40s. I haven't been able to figure out an exact date yet, but the early 40s, because... yeah, it had to have been before that, because in 1944, an old woman that lived right down here on North Whitney, she came walking here, went across, and she got hit and killed by the train, and that was in 44, I think it was. So it could have been a walkway at the time, but that I haven't figured out yet. Another thing that happened, so I also wanted to tell you before I forget, this bridge was built for $100,000 in 1980. I looked that up, and that's about $300,000 in today's money. A lot of you that are here know here in town know that some local artists named the Whitneys, a husband and wife team, they were commissioned, and they put this beautiful art on the stairs. They also put these LED lights in, which look beautiful at night. I don't know the details completely, but in short, what happened was Southern Railways and the city, there was a snafu in communication, and Southern Railways did not completely approve of this project. And so, from what I understand, these LED lights are going to have to come down, and last I heard, they're going to move it over into the park in some kind of fashion. But I'll flip this around again. You can see the post office that opened in 1940. That's the Hapeville United Methodist Church. There's the Depot Museum. Another interesting fact is this fence right here. This isn't the original fence, but around the same time that this bridge was built and safety was being focused on this area, this fence along here to divide the depot from the train tracks so that museum visitors didn't walk out on the train tracks, the cost of this was divided between the city and Truett Cathy. And you all know Truett Cathy. He was still alive then, and he was the founder of Chick-fil-A, which started right here in Hapeville. So I'll give you one more glance as I go down the stairs of the beautiful color. It's such a beautiful day today, and these are really popping. I love it. One last note that's interesting. A spokesperson named Ed Martin from Southern Railways back in 1980, in response to the city, I think I already said this, am I repeating myself? He said that he didn't have to call a public hearing because they own this property. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. He also said, and I don't know if this is still true, but it's interesting. He reminded people, use the bridge, because to walk across the tracks is trespassing. Now we have a ramp that allows us to go up and walk right across the tracks. So I don't know if it's still technically trespassing, but we're all encouraged to do it now. All right, so I'm here at the art box, and I'm going to put in, what I made was another one of my art flowers. So I'm going to put that inside. Ooh, and it looks like I got a piece of art. Somebody put a piece of art in here. That's why it's like drop-off art and pick-up art. And I got a print, it looks like, and it's signed. This is beautiful. It's a picture of a little girl. It's called Busy Hands Everywhere Green. This is a print and it's signed, but I can't figure out the name. But that is the piece of art that I just got. Isn't that lovely? Hi, Patty Swain Gunn. Nice to have you here. Two old Universal friends here, Chris Vitucci and Patty Swain. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, my friend. I just got some art and dropped off some art. So I'm going to cross here and get back to my car. And I'll show you, it's backlit, but there's downtown Hateville. The train tracks. I'm trespassing. 1980, that's when that was built. So now you know if you live here locally. And I'm going to walk back over to my truck, which is parked over there in front of the old post office, but I'll turn here and come into the Depot Plaza. That is our old train station turned into a museum. Isn't that beautiful? And back towards my truck right over there. And I got some art, and I shared a little Hateville history with you. Thank you all for joining me. Create yourselves a great day. Bye.